All right, y'all. It's launch day for the Xbox Series X. We have waited a long time for it, and here it is in all of its glory. 4K, 120 frames per second, 1 terabyte SSD. That's right, that's right. Let's see what else is on here. Got the controller, the box. 4K gaming up to 8K dynamic range, Xbox Velocity architecture, 1 terabyte solid state drive, variable refresh rate, and a 4K Blu-ray player. That's right. Getting a controller, the box, a cable, and some networking capabilities. So hype in the chat for that. Got Master Chief hanging out here, although he's not going to meet the launch deadline here, as that was delayed, unfortunately. Game Pass, redefined speed with the Xbox Velocity architecture, the fastest, most powerful Xbox ever, and play thousands of games across 4 generations of Xbox. So yes, you will be able to play your Fusion Frenzy. Do not worry. Let's cut into this bad boy here. Got my special Damascus steel Xbox opening device. So let's break the seal here. 1, 2. So we gotta slice it up this way too. There's that, and okay. Alright, let's see where this thing opens up here. No, it didn't really make that sound effect, but I did. So here we are, the power of your dreams. Nice black. It's got a very thin piece of stuff there. So let's try to get this out here. All right, we'll put this over here. Okay, so we got that out. Got a little bit of paperwork down here. It says getting started. Tells me about the expansion, HDMI, the power to Ethernet, USB, connect the power cord, yep. Download or go to the Xbox app, text set up a new console. Search for setup and enter the code shown on my TV. Follow the steps in the Xbox app to finish setting up my console. All right. After setup, put AA batteries in the controller. Hit the sync button. Okay, we got it. Nice. And let's see what we got in here. So far, this unboxing is pretty awesome. Okay. We got the power cable here, wrapped up nice and tight here. And then we got an HDMI cable. Not sure if it's 2.1 or what. It says ultra high speed on there. Nothing really written on the cable. Yep, so that's that. Got a product literature guide. Put that on the back of the toilet. Read it later. And here, the battery's already installed? Perhaps. Perhaps. Try not to stab myself with the knife here. Okay. You wipe my grubby hands off. This is the moment that we first touch the new. Oh, it's textured like crazy. Oh, batteries are down here. So that's where the batteries are. They ship you 2 AA Duracells. That's good. Ooh, this is textured. Ooh, this is nice. Oh, thank goodness the buttons work. My launch day Xbox One, the old Fat Connect one. The buttons didn't click at all at the top. It was really weird. So yeah, this is super, I know it's brand new and all, but it's super textured on the back here. Very, very textured there. You got your 3.5 plug there, and then the accessory port on that bad boy. So this is more recessed than the original one, but yeah, I like it. It's grippy here. Actually feels really good. It feels a tiny bit smaller, but pretty similar. Let's take a look at the original. So here's the Xbox One. Not textured at all. Obviously this has been used, so it's a little bit smoother and whatnot. I think it's a drastic improvement. Put this one back on. Feels roughly the same, maybe a tad bit smaller. I mean, it's really hard to tell. It is virtually identical though. Looks like it's just a tad bit smaller, a little bit more refined. The triggers seem not as defined. These definitely like poke out more a little bit versus these. They're a little bit more, a little flatter in comparison. On there, the Xbox button is a little bit smaller, and then you don't have the glossy part right there. It feels, well, I got batteries on this one, so it feels about the same. Awesome. Yeah, these triggers are definitely tinier, noticeably tinier, to be honest, compared to the Xbox One. Generally good though. Yeah, so it feels a little bit shorter. It doesn't feel as long. Feels like the edge where I'd be hitting it, there's this little bit of overhang there. When we look at the, see, it covers it more. It definitely covers it more on the old one. About the same, roughly about the same. I mean, it does feel a little bit tinier. So that's cool. Pretty solid construction. It doesn't really have any give right now. There's nothing popping, nothing creaking. Buttons all seem functional. D-pad feels real good. So excellent, 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 excellent. Can't wait to play with that. So I think that's all there is inside there. So let's get this out of the way. And on to the main attraction, which is the Xbox Series X. Let's see here. I powered my dreams. Let's not drop my dreams here. This thing is heavy, man. It's like a brick for real. Very brick-like in weight and size and dimensions. Oh man. Oh, hitting the tripod. All right, got this out of the way. Let's just power your dreams. A little bit of tape on here. Of course, it's upside down. That's how that usually works out, right? So let's get this completely unwrapped here. Oh, there it is. There it is. It's actually a little bit smaller than I thought. I thought it'd be a little bit bigger. To be perfectly honest. So, all right. There it is. The Xbox Series X, y'all. There we go. There it is. Heard you can float ping pong balls on this with certain games, but it is a very well built, very, very well built feeling console. It looks like the green is actually painted on the inside of these velours. As you can see, when you move it forward, You don't really see it, but then when you move it back, you can start seeing the green on there. So that's where the fan is. I plan on laying it down, which you'll see here in a second. So it'll mostly sit like this. This looks like it's not removable, the little stand that's on the left. And then one thing I'm kind of disappointed in is the Xbox symbol. You should be able to rotate it, pull it out or something, so when you're laying it down, it would show the logo correctly on there. So got your sync button here, you got a USB port on the front, you got little rubber feet on the bottom when you want to lay it down. And then of course the ports right here, we got USB 3, SS, USB 3, super speed on there. You got your Ethernet port, power port, HDMI out. That's probably some kind of screw, imagine there. And then your expansion storage slot. You got little bumps here to give you a little tactile feel. So you got one for power, 2 little bumps for the Ethernet port, and then 3 little bumps for the USB 3. And then there's a more of like a solid bar here for the HDMI. Then you got 4 tactile bumps to identify the storage. So yeah, definitely feels it's heavy. It's very, very heavy. There's a lot of stuff inside there. So awesome, awesome. Well, let's go get it hooked up, fired up, and we'll get this system all set up. Okay, original OG Xbox X, the one that shipped with the Kinect. This is before. There we go, it's all unplugged. One thing I will not be missing is this, completely unplugged, and it's still holding power, I think. Yeah, unplugged both ends. Still holding power, that's awesome. But yeah, definitely will not be missing this big fat monstrosity as it's all built in to the Xbox Series X now. Here it goes for the next 6 or 7 years. It's going to look pretty much like that. Big black box. So let's get it plugged in, turned on. Probably need an update or two. Let's see what it's like. All right, pretty simple here. We just got the HDMI cable plugged into the HDMI port. The power cable simply goes up there. It looks like you can go plug in both ways, so it doesn't really matter which way it goes. And then your Ethernet cable, if you're having a wired connection, goes there. One thing missing on the back of it is the optical cable. Won't be needing this anymore, so I'm going to have to do some more cable management here to remove that. Also got an optical switcher I use between the PlayStation and the Xbox to get audio to my headset, which was an Astro A50. We have to pull that out. But pretty simple, just 3 little plugs in the back. And that's it. Let's turn it on. Waiting. It did say get my phone out to set everything up. However, we are filming with my phone, so we'll just see what it does here. Well, this loads up. Remember, we live stream on Twitch, usually Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Link is in the description below, twitch.tv/VampireDracul. Check me out there. Don't forget to follow. Also, if you're liking this video so far, don't forget to like. If you haven't already, subscribe. Trying to hit 1,000 subscribers here on YouTube. We're at about 755. I think we can get there by the end of the year with support and the help from people like you, yourself, that's watching this right now. Will this actually fire up? The Xbox logo is kind of rotating, kind of animating, well, not rotating, it was animating, kind of left to right, kind of fading in and out. So we turn the controller on here. Get that synced up. Hold the sync button on the controller and the sync button on the Xbox. Okay, so first thing I want to set up with the Xbox app. So I'm going to actually need to do that with my phone right quick. All right, so I entered the code on my phone. I had to set up a new Xbox inside the Xbox app. Unfortunately, the entire setup is done through the phone, which is kind of cool. But if you're deciding to record a how to set up video, it's going to ask you on your phone. You're not going to be able to do both at the same time, clearly. So while it updates, though, that's really nice to let you go through that. Basically, get you signed into your profile. You name your Xbox. You pick your privacy settings, whether you want to share data or not with publishers and diagnostic data and stuff. So it's kind of all personal choices that you kind of go through and select. So that's cool. Here we are sitting while the console updates. It's pretty quick. Got a pretty quick internet here. This is the most awesome part of the Xbox system setup here, is definitely waiting for the bar to fill up at the bottom. Let me know in the comment section below if you were able to get your Xbox Series X or your regular Xbox, what games you're thinking about playing, what you're excited for coming up here. All right, it's time to update. Checking my settings. I picked to update it. Oh, just let me know my phone system update is complete. Your console is done updating. Fantastic. Welcome, Vampire777. I will hold the Xbox button on my controller here. There we go. And press the A button. Woo! Let's update your controller. All right, update controller. Is this going to do this? Keep the controller motionless and turned on. Okay. We will set it on the table. We wouldn't want it to lose connection or nothing here, but it looks like we got a firmware update for the controller already. So we're going to let that do its thing. See how long this actually takes. I'm just filming this as we go and do it. No cuts or whatnot going on here. Trying to capture the day one experience for historical and educational entertainment purposes. So while we're waiting, don't forget to smash the like button. If you want to get notifications when we go live and upload new content, ding that bell. And if you haven't already, I'd appreciate it if you were to subscribe. It'd be really, really awesome of y'all. If you would subscribe and you got nothing else to do while the controller updates its firmware, you could do that. That's right. Get a like spike going. 43%. It's going pretty quick here. It is just blinking. The Xbox button on the top of the console is just blinking. %55% and counting. And yeah, we'll be definitely playing Sea of Thieves. We usually play that on Fridays with the world famous Headwinds crew. So check out my Twitch channel. We stream that every Friday at about 3 or 4 o'clock Central, somewhere in there. And then, yeah, we'll be playing Doom Eternal. Got to get Gears of War 5. I think tonight we're going to actually finish up Gears 4 with Jingle. He's a member of the Vampire Dracula community. So that will be fun. And then we'll go in. I don't think there's really any updates or enhancements for Gears 4, but Gears 5, I heard there's some nice things awaiting that, so that should be cool to check out. Then again, Doom Eternal on the Game Pass. And then whatever else strikes my fancy. Maybe that Ori. I think that has an update for this. Maybe check out that Grounded game finally. Whole bunch of stuff. I got the Xbox Ultimate Pass, so we'll be checking out stuff on there. And looks like this is at 100% updated. All right, hype in the chat. Okay, next. Find the best settings for TV. It looks like your TV supports advanced video features. This is a Sony XBR 65 A1A, I believe what the model was, or the A1. It was basically the first OLED that Sony came out with. And so it's just a 4K OLED. I don't think it's 120 hertz capable or anything like that, like the newer ones. How does this look? Keep display at 4K. Okay. Let's go! You're all done setting up your Xbox. Time to play. Take me home. Country roads, take me home. Okay, wow, that's quick. D-pad works. D-pad works good. I'm liking that. I'm liking that. Okay, all right. It's the same, has the same layout that the other Xbox had. So, like, everything's kind of where I left it. Crazy. It's all the same pretty much. Network settings here. Set up wireless. Test the network connection. Hey, let's test it. Let's go. It's all good. All right. Test remote play. Test network speeds. Let's check that out. Make sure I got a good solid connection here. I don't hear the thing at all. It is dead silent right now. Although I never really heard the OG Xbox either. That thing, even when playing the games, I never even heard that thing kick up. Compared to the PlayStation, that sounds like a jet engine sometimes, but yeah, it is what it is. Checking the connection. 322, that's good. 11 up. Packet loss 0. MTU 1480. Latency 57. Could be better, but it's okay. All right, test multiplayer connection. System check. Man, this controller feels nice. The grippy grips. I mean, the whole bottom grips on this controller are just kind of right there. So that's fantastic feeling, man. It feels real good. Real nice. I like it. Nice improvement. Subtle improvement. Nice. Wonder how long it'll take for this to wear down, though. But definitely has that grip. Grippy texture. There are no problems with the connection from multiplayer. Still having blah, blah, blah. Okay, that sounds great. Test NAT type. Should be good. Usually don't have problems with this. Looks like your NAT is open. That's cool. Go offline, bandwidth usage. Okay, bandwidth usage, advanced settings, that's where all the IP and MAC address stuff is, so I will not be showing that, unfortunately. Personalization, customize the guide. People, parties, events, yeah, that looks good, I like that. Okay, profile, customize my profile. There's all of my stuff on there, that looks good. Change color, change theme. Create an avatar. Game pick blur. I like that. We're just going to keep it how it is. Let's see here. Was everything in there? Profile, my color and background, solid color, achievement art. What? Custom image, screenshot, dynamic background. What's that? My color, dark green, okay, transparency, solid profile, theme and motion, dark, smooth transitions, okay, so that looks cool. TV and display settings, 4K, device control, HDMI, CEC, console turns on other devices, console turns off other devices. Other devices can turn off console. Console sends volume commands. I want my TV to turn on when I turn it on. No, I don't want that. I think this is good. Okay. What? Wait, did I just... Oh, so you gotta... Okay, so you gotta... If I do that, then you gotta immediately restart. Okay. We'll restart. Come on, Xbox. I can hear it thinking. I can hear the drive a little bit. Coolio. And we're back in there. All right. I'm going to turn my controller back on. All right, so that was TV and display option. 4K details. My TV doesn't support 120. Now it's up to 3 or 4 years old, so it doesn't have that. Your TV doesn't support 120 games and won't display at 120. Okay, your TV doesn't support HDR10 for gamings. What? It supports HDR. Oh, I bet it's the cable I'm using. I probably need to put a better HDMI cable on there because the other one was from the. I just hooked up the one from the Xbox. Your TV doesn't support 4K 10-bit at 24. However, apps can use 4K if they support it. Your TV setup doesn't support 4K 10-bit 50, 60. Your TV doesn't support HDR10 video content. Won't be shown in HDR. All right, I will have to double check the cable I am using and go from there. Because, yeah, that's crazy. Calibrate TV. Wow, look at this. Crazy. It looks good to me. Yeah, I can see all that. It looks good. Yeah, it looks good. Calibrate HDR for games. Well, sure, shit does support HDR. Confirm HDR. 4K deals. Check your HDR on TV for the specific HDMI port. Okay, we will look into that later. Video modes. Video fidelity and overscan. Looks good, looks good. Apps can add a border. Okay, device control we turned on. So that's good. All right, online safety. We don't need that. Look at that. Volume and audio output. Chat mixer. Party chat output. Okay, chat mixer. Reduce volume of other sounds by 50. All right. Windows Sonic. Oh, you can select between Dolby Atmos, DTS, and Windows Sonic. That's cool. That's cool. All right. Power mode and startup. Turn off after an hour. Sounds good. TV. Okay, we have that on. Startup chime on. Full shutdown. Full restart. Power on instant mode. Wake up by saying Xbox on. When Xbox is turned off, turn off. Wake up by saying Xbox on. Sure, why not? Account. Don't really need to show any of that. All right, console info will show, you know, the serial number and all those things like that, so that's fine. Storage. 799.5 free out of 802 of the terabyte we have, so that is fine. Signed out, contact updates, backup and transfer the time. Looks good. Devices, accessories. Looks good. What's this little thing? Sweet. Exit test mode. Hit these buttons. Okay, so that's good. Remote features. Test remote play. Xbox Act preferences. Enable remote features. That's already turned on. Blu-ray. Dynamic range control. Persistent storage. Let my receiver decode audio. Kind of the simple stuff there. Accessories. Play discs. Resume playback. Digital assistance. Enable digital assistance. If you want to do that, there's all that. Mouse. Pointer speed. Yeah, okay. We'll hook up our mouse. Preferences. Notification banners. Idle options. When your console goes idle, X will open to show things on the screen. Yeah, okay. Dim while you're not using the Xbox. Yeah, 10 minutes is cool. Capture and share. Capture by me or games. Record what happened. We'll do a minute. Automatically upload captures by me. Don't upload. Game clip resolution. No, we'll do a minute. Capture location internal. Change what the share button does. Oh, that's kind of cool. Map to take a screenshot. Swap sticks. Invert. Swap triggers. Turn on vibration. So that's cool. You can remap the share button if you want. That's pretty sweet. Break reminder. Never. We don't take no breaks on this train. Share achievements automatically. Yeah, let's do it. Ease of access. Narrator. We don't need any of that. Copilot. Combining inputs from two controllers so that two people can play as one. Are you kidding me? Well, that's kind of interesting. Magnifier, game transcription. Don't need any of that. No, we don't want that. High contrast. Turn on high contrast. Over on your personal callback. No, it's cool as it is. All right, so that's basically it, y'all. So thank you for watching. This was a system setup during the Xbox Series X launch. It's pretty straightforward. It's all ready to go. I'm just going to go download some games, get Sea of Thieves installed on here, Gears, a couple other things, Doom, whatever else strikes my fancy, and we'll go from there. Again, catch me on Twitch if you want to see me live streaming from the Xbox Series X. Usually live stream Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Variety of content and games. Not only do I do Xbox, I also do the PlayStation 5, 4, whatever. All that stuff as well as some PC gaming here and there. I kind of play a little bit of everything. So, so far liking the experience. So far, can't wait to get into some games on that. Link to the Twitch is in the description below if you haven't already. Like, ding the bell on this video, subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, keep it real. Oh yeah, one more thing before I go. I actually did get the HDR to work. I used a different cable than what I was using on the OG Xbox. I got one that where the PlayStation, it's the same kind I have on my PlayStation. It is a premium high-speed cable from Mono Cable. So the one that they ship with it just is too short for my setup, so I didn't test that. But also my TV, the XBR A1E, that one only has the high-end support on input 2 and 3, so I had it hooked up to input 1 because the OG Xbox obviously didn't support any of that. So I swapped some stuff around and checked the settings again. The settings actually didn't say it was good to go. What I had to do is completely restart the Xbox as soon as it came back up. Went back in here, and HDR is now supported, so everything's all check marked and good to go. So just wanted to show you all that the HDR is working. Of course, I don't have a 120 hertz panel, so maybe when the 8K TVs come out, we'll look again at upgrading. But for now, I'm pretty happy with this Sony I got here. So, all right, take it easy, y'all.